Oh, so a lot going on for old Mikey and Mikey's world. We're going to be falling out. Weird, you never make it up. So. Yo, welcome to Plumbers School. So luckily enough, the Sparky has now disappeared and he's done his wonderful job. And Steve seems to be still in that cupboard from the last video. Funny that, isn't it?
Still there, still doing it.
Still living the dream, you know, chipping away. It takes
later.
17 million days. He's still on woodwork.
Clothes.
Same clothes, he didn't wash this colour. Same here, don't wash. So, funny, isn't it? The Sparky wears the same clothes as the plumber.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it? Weird, you never make it up. So, job for today. I've got to get some plumbing feeds. I've got a flow and return up there, and I've got to get them into this wall. Nice saw, mate.
She's on her last leg.
Nice saw.
Yeah.
So I've got to get some feeds down into here, because as long as they're in this bit, I'm okay. So, and that's what all plumbers say. As long as I just need to do just the bare minimum to get through the day, and that's what we're doing. So that is that, and then that means that Sean can get on with boarding this ceiling out, and then that's all ready for plastering, because apparently the Sparky plumber is going to be on some other jobs. So we need to get this bit ready so we can crack on. Right, let's go and get some kit. So the good news is all the plumbing stuff is up there, and this is the new plumber on the firm. He's pretending like he's not, but they're plastering all this because we've actually got a staircase in. That felt weird, didn't it? We were tappy, but I need to get up there, and he needs to do that. I don't want to get this all covered in plaster, so we're going to be falling out. So the good news is that obviously when you're plastering a stairwell, it's not annoying at all. Oh, so a lot going on for old Mikey and Mikey's world at the minute. So I've got to get a lot of this plumbing stuff, plastering plumbing, it's got to come down. Like I said, I try and use press fit. I don't enjoy plumbing, all jokes aside. I don't enjoy it at all. Not one iota do I enjoy plumbing. I'm trying to do as little of it as possible. But hey, here we are. So we've got press fit is what we use now for pretty much everything. And I know you might be thinking that's mental, you know, is that you spent all this money on a press fit, but it gives you a guarantee job, no leak. It's obviously cold, so there's no risk of the fire side of things. Because obviously, as you all know, I can solder and all the rest of it. I just don't enjoy it. But yeah, so let's get all that done together. We're going to go downstairs now. Obviously, I've got to try and carry. Lovely. Carry as much as I can without getting in too much of anybody else's way. So I'm going to throw you in the bag. Okay, so plumbing school is in session. That's a joke straight away. Right, so what I've done is I've drilled 2 holes straight through that stud work. Now, all this ceiling is actually going to be battened down. Was it 50? Right on cue. What has it been? 50 mil? Roughly 50 mil down, is it, the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 50 mil down, so it creates a bit of a void. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip these pipes directly to the existing joists now. I'm going to put a bit of felt on and stuff, we'll do that in a minute. But what I'm going to do for now is get some stubs down into that wall, and then we can connect on, because I haven't got the dimensions for the radiators at this second. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the press fit. Now, it's really, really important with press fit. I found the best tip, and I think it was actually Mark who gave me this tip, in fairness, on the old MJ TIFF. So once you've got your press fit on, get yourself a Sharpie, and you mark it up. So you mark it on there, and then that will make sure you'll know that your press fit has actually worked and it's not slipped, because that can happen. Press fit gun, so you get loads of different jaws on it. You can 15 mil, 22, 28, which we've got them all. And I never thought I would use the 28, and I have actually used the 28 on this job, which is a bit annoying, because I don't like plumbing. So we'll clamp that round there. That is wet. Excuse me. Excuse me. You've jumped into the studio, my friend. I'm here. I'm in studio.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't see where the studio door was.
Yeah, well, didn't you see the red light? So what it's done is compressed that onto there, nice and tight, and then you've got to press that button, which will then release the pressure into the jaws. And if you can see on there, you can tell that obviously it's not skidded and moved. Now, if you don't have that mark on you, just guessing that it's worked well.
Pause.
You get pause it, you see. Studio's very busy. And the idea behind that then is we're going to drop that into that wall, because we could have Buenos Noches that wall, but we haven't. We've got 2 holes because someone's eager beaver, and we've got it all ply lined. So now we're going to drop that in, and then we'll crimp this one onto there. Okay, so we've got our pipes ran down to this bit now, and now we're going to put some T's into here and here. So what I've done is I have marked up what I need to remove, which is this section here, hence the wonderful scribble. So that is going to be that, and then we're going to drop that down and then put an elbow onto here, and then vice versa. And then that will give me my flow and return back through here and then down into the wall. That's the plan. Yeah, so we'll get that cut off. I'll do this one first, and then we'll move on to that one. Nice bit of water residue in there, Jack. Lovely bubbly. Right, last time I used this, and then add water in it, it knackered this. It decided it didn't want to play anymore. So I'm going to go back old school and go and get the classic 15mm pipe slice. Okay, I am back. Classic pipe slice. Water going up the sleeve potentially. And let's do that. And one of the good things about using a press fit rather than solder as well is for this exact reason. That it doesn't matter that there's water in it, it makes no difference whatsoever. So you can still press this even when there's water in it, which is wonderful. So the tricky bit is now he's getting that into there. Oh, it's so strong. Oh, yes. You little beauty. So, whack my mark on, let's press. Okay, one. So, see how that's moved slightly? I need to make sure that when I press this end, it's all in line, like so. Yeah, so what I now need to do is put a copper stub in there and my elbow on for this one. But yeah, that's principles there, okay? So let's get another bit of copper. I wonder whether that might be just that little cheeky little offcut. Might be bob on. So now I need to do this one, and then I can mark that up where that's going to fall. But I think that top one's going to need a bit of a trim, I think. Yeah, because just behind you, the pipe needs to go up, so I need to reduce that stub down a little bit because it's just a little bit too long, but it's in the right location. I just need to trim a bit more off because because I want to get the pipe is going to sit somewhere like that. So that and that's going to give me up there. So I need to trim that much off. So that much. And that will give me those proper joints. Okay, so that is those two bits all done and dusted. So I've just got to repeat it now for this one. And then that's that bit, and then we're back into that wall. Whew. Right, so I'd like to give a huge thank you and a shout out to Tradify, who's today's sponsor. So Tradify is a job management software which we run the entire business from, all the scheduler, so everyone knows where they need to be. And on a job like this where everything keeps evolving, we can jump straight on our phone, iPad, computer if you want to go home and do it, but you don't have to, you can do it remotely in the van. Send over the customer their new estimate, because let's face it, on a job of this nature, it is very, very easy to lose track of where you are. Good thing about that, it's completely free to try. There is absolutely no money changes hands. The first 14 days is free. So in the description below, you'll find there is a link to that. Use the promo code GHAWK30, you get 30% off to join the winning team and get your admin all in place. So thank you very much, Tradify. Okay, so what's left now is I'm going to use a bit of like felt, a bit of pipe felt. I'm going to take these back out because obviously it will hold its own weight now. Wrap that round. Obviously put them in a little bit further than I thought. So I'm going to wrap that round the pipe. Fingers and thumbs. Okay, like so. Oh, obviously I'm going to drop the bits. Goes without saying. Okay. And then I can hammer these up home. Now, like that. So what that does then is obviously as the pipes, heat up, they expand and contract, and I'm going to do that on all the joists all the way through. And obviously then that tiny bit of movement, it will stop all the squeaking happening, because you obviously when you hear that really annoying squeaking sound, that's what it's caused by. There's not enough, obviously the pipe lagging round it, and we've done it here on all of them. Anywhere pipes where they come into contact with anything really, we've just lagged it all up. I think that's the right word, what you call it, but like I say, so that's caused a bit of a all the way round, and obviously it will move and it should stop all the squeaks. So I've got 2, 4, 6 more to do, and then that should be me done in this section. So all right, wish me luck. Okay, so we've now teed in up here. We've put all our pipe clips on. They're all back now into the kitchen. And I'm in two minds now whether to extend them up at the minute or just wait until I've got the actual radiator itself. 'Cause I'm not quite sure whether it's what's the best course of action to do with that. So maybe I do. I've got some lengths of copper in the van, so I might go and grab them out anyway and just have a look and see whether we can at least put them in a little bit. So Jack is getting on with some boarding, so he's taken over from that because Steve has had to go out, and so he's jumped on that bit. Yeah, right, let's go and get some bits out of the van. Yeah, you guessed it. I ended up putting up some straights in and dropped it down just as a bit lower, and that does give a little opportunity for them to do a bit more up here. So what I'm going to do is going to go upstairs, try and find some end caps for those, just to whack those on, just to make sure nothing gets pushed in them and all the rest of it. And then once I know what the radiator is, I will pipe down, clear this area out, so then I'll get the stubs out the wall. But it might be handy for now to leave all this off and do it all in one go. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. So let's go upstairs, get in the lad's way, try and find some stubs. My classic plumbing selection there, that. So here we go. So what we've got is two stop ends, they're HEP 2.0 stop ends. So to get these off as well, you need a set of keys. So these aren't actually baby dummies. These are a set of keys that essentially you'll push in, like wherever it is, whichever size it is, that one. So you put them in on there, sorry, and it pushes it down and compresses that, and obviously allows you to take it off. But they're good fittings. They're just, it's just another job you have to do over speed fit, if that makes any sense. Okay, so just push those back on. Don't technically need them because the system isn't going to be filled up anyway anytime soon, but it's done now, isn't it? So, right, that is me. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I say all the time, just do it. It's free. Helps us grow, and yeah, helps us create more content. Right, roll on to the next one. See you in a bit.